Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depends on when you're watching this video. Welcome back, guys. This is our fifth week that we're working into. I appreciate all your work so far. We have reached the midterm stages, basically. The last week, we are actually yesterday night, we finished our test two, which covered 5 through 8, chapters 5 through 8. I sent out an email regarding that and wanted to make sure everyone got an opportunity, and we're well aware that unfortunately the way this class is structured, it doesn't really give room to late assignments because we're moving so quickly and so much to cover, and it's summer, so I know that a lot of you have life continuing on while you're doing this class. So I want to make sure that everybody was on the same page regarding late assignments. There is no late assignments accepted in this class because we got to keep moving on. Please just move on. I think that it's important for us to understand how we're being graded. And what I mean by that is I would prefer you start working on your capstone project that's 1,000 points than any assignment prior to that, because trying to waste your time on catching up with a quiz or a learn smart or a test, it's not going to impact your grade as much as 1,000 points. So I think it's wiser for us to take this opportunity to continue on what you're doing, hit all your deadlines, and work on that capstone project. So I'll talk a little more about the capstone project in a second. I also wanted to take this moment to thank you for your discussion replies to your classmates and also to my video. For those of you who replied to my video, I appreciate it. Thank you for all the well wishes on my trips. They went really good. As I mentioned, Chicago was awesome. Got to eat some great food, spend time with mom. And then a week or two ago, the last time we spoke, I was headed over to Dallas. I spent some time with a good friend of mine that we've known each other for a while, and he's works for Allstate at the corporate office, and just sharing different experiences in regards to our fields of study. He was a partner of mine when I was in business, so had a great catching up with him and his family, seeing his kids grow up and now become professionals is great. But also got to eat good food, which you guys know, that's my thing. He took me to a place, I can't remember the name of it, but it was an enormous amount of chicken, good fried chicken. It was unbelievable. I want to say it was called Best, but I could be mistaken. It was in somewhere in like the Fresno area or Fresno area, I don't know, Plano, and in that area. But it was wonderful, 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 wonderful. We got to eat some great barbecue. So just got to see the area. Wonderful, tons of huge corporate offices going up there, massive growth in that area. It's impressive. So thank you for all the well wishes. I appreciate that. Thank you for communicating what's going on in your life, letting me know what's going on in your sort of journey here. I love to read about that because I get to connect with you as well. All grades should be in at this point for midterms, so you should know where your stand is in regards to, should you be considering dropping this class or not. I also want to mention that the discussion for the week that we just finished, week 3, or not just finished, the week before, week 4, week 3 was wonderful. Authentic writing. I understand you're still using some AI, which is acceptable, that is not discouraged, but more of your own voice in this discussion. As I mentioned before, it gave me authenticity, and that's what I'm looking for. Not just a humanized version of AI, but your version. And the corrections were done well. Everything was good. So I commend you for all of those of you who heard my cry and understand what we're looking for. I also found it interesting that after we spoke about that, I seen a report on TV in regards to um, big companies looking at cover letters and how they're similar, and they're looking at other ways to redesign the application process to get you in a more authentic mode. So instead of a cover letter, doing an introduction video, which I thought was wow. That there's no AI opportunity there. So, especially business people, all of us here have or are in the process of completing a business degree. I think it's important for you to know how valuable you are as an authentic person. So when I saw that, I was going to link the video, but then I thought I don't want to overwhelm you with videos, but it was right on target of what we're talking about. And please don't take my sort of preaching on a soapbox here on AI as everyone else telling you that AI is bad. I use and love utilizing AI as a tool. As a matter of fact, all my research that I did last week, the week before that, in regards to SpaceX and its projects and its IPO, was utilizing AI. I planned out my retirement utilizing AI. I ran analysis and I try to figure out what break even points are when it came to AI. I use it. I encourage you to use it. I don't want you to depend on it and it for you to lose your authenticity, because business needs you, not AI. It has AI. So anyone can prompt something, but not someone can have in a intellectual conversation over these topics, and that's what I want. So that said, this week we're talking about the concept of a product arriving late or damaged and what happens through the journey. Once more, do not answer the questions per se. The questions are a guide for you to think through the journey, but I want to have a discussion with you in regards to this. I'll give you another example. I saw a report, one of these consumer guys put out a report about something that happened. It was interesting because it happened to me about a month ago. I ordered creamers for my coffee. My wife uses creamers in her coffee. I like my coffee black, but she uses creamers for her coffee, and I ordered them from Amazon. Well, I saw what I thought was the creamer I wanted, and I ordered it, and it turned out to be hazelnut, not just your standard creamer. When I got it in the house, it was a box of about 250, 200 creamers, and it said, hazelnut, and I thought, oh no, I messed up. So I was about to just order the new ones. I thought, well, they're still in this package. I could put tape and ship it back. So I went online to process the shipping, and it said, don't ship it, keep the creamers, and essentially refunded me. So I kept a box of creamers, which I can't use all of them, but I thought to myself, well, maybe it's because it's a consumable product. They don't allow returns, but they're covered, they're sealed. I didn't think much about it till this morning. I was watching a report from one of these consumer investigators at Roslin, I think is his name, and he talked about this and Amazon allowing these no return refunds on certain products. And he showed a clip of one of these TikTokers or YouTubers, or I don't know what they are, but one of these people who record themselves and put it on TV as I'm recording myself, or not on TV, but on the internet. And they would go and check all their items that they purchased to see if any of them qualified for a no return refund, to essentially get over on the system, take advantage of the system. And he goes on to explain that Amazon measures everything. So they have this return sort of percentage of how many things you return and not, and then they can literally kick you off the platform if you have abused the system. So I thought it was interesting because when it comes to a package arriving late, or how to handle a damaged package, it's fascinating to me that we're talking about this. And I saw this because I thought one of the questions talks about how would you likely solve this problem? How can you solve this problem and not affect consumer satisfaction? And that would be one of them. It made me feel like they cared more about my business by telling me to keep the creamers than to actually go through the process of returning the creamers back to Amazon. And the reality is, it's probably costing them more money to return the creamers and then to try to resell them again than it is for you just to, they eat the cost of that one box and they know that I'm probably going to come back, which I did. I immediately, with the refund, ordered the new creamers. So it actually has also and Amazon is known for its psychological plays. So what it does, it gives us more confident. It has like a low risk purchasing influence. So if we know that there's opportunity that if I buy this and it doesn't work, that I can have a no return refund, then we're more likely to buy that product than not. So it's fascinating because what I want you to do in this conversation is don't answer the questions. Like, that's not what I want. I want you to tell me your experience and analyze what this can look like in a positive way. If I lose my package, how can a company turn it around on me and almost a psychological play make me feel like I want to go back to that company, even though the first order didn't turn out right. And mind you, the Amazon order was my mistake. I didn't pay attention. I wasn't clearly looking at what I ordered. I just ordered it. So I thought that's fascinating. Anyhow, that said, what do we got coming up? We got Juneteenth this week, which is Friday. School will be closed. And I'm taking off Thursday, so I'm going to have tomorrow, which was our first day, or technically I'm recording this video Tuesday. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it'll open up for you on Wednesday, which is technically our first day of class. Capstone, real quick. Let's talk about the capstone. The capstone is going to be a very big project. So please, I beg you, I implore you, I urge you, I motivate you, I encourage you to get started, because it's not going to be an easy task to tackle in 1 week. Please structure it right. If you use AI to make some corrections to do stuff, you need to cite that, because it's going to tell me, I'm going to know this is an AI project. And if you're citing, I used AI for correction of my grammar, of my structure, of my redesign, whatever it is, please make sure you cite that. Your cover page and your reference page is not counted in the 10 pages. You need 10 pages of actual work. So please make sure you understand the cover page, all those extra pages, the reference page, they are not counted in the 10 pages. 10 pages of an actual report. So that is due. It'll open up on July 1st. You are welcome to submit your project then. I will not grade it till the week 8, but you're welcome if you're done. If you've done such a great job and you have all this time to do this research and get this over with, more power to you. Go for it. But it is due week number 8. So make sure you are getting on top of that. We're already in week number 5 as of this video. So if you have questions for me, please let me know. I recommend you pick a company you know and you're familiar with, so it can be easier to answer these questions. But if not, pick a company that's public, because then you're going to find a lot of the research already out there for you and you don't have to dig around and do it. So I think that's it, guys. I have a few days off here coming up for Juneteenth. I told you Thursday. Then I got some days off during the 4th of July week. And then I go to Charlotte and spend a week out there. I'll be celebrating my birthday in the middle of July and enjoying time with the family and just kind of exploring that area. So I hope you're having a great summer, guys. I hope you're enjoying the class. I hope you're enjoying these videos and looking forward to hear about what you're doing and all your adventures. I appreciate all the hard work and the attentiveness in regards to this class. Thank you. Have a great week. We will talk soon. Take care.